Okay, and we are live with another Wrestling Talk Sunday episode. This is episode number 4 on August 3rd, 2014. Here with Tony alongside my co-host, the Bizarre One, Dave. How you doing today, Dave?
Hey.
Alright, well, let's jump right into this video. Basically talking about TNA really mostly. And pretty much the news that has been going around the last pretty much week is that TNA is going to be canceled. You know, and it's not a for sure thing yet. By Spike TV in October. Dixie Carter the same day went on Twitter and said that they are still in negotiation talks. And Spike TV also confirmed that they have no comment on ongoing negotiations. So obviously there is some kind of negotiations going on, but apparently that the TNA is in trouble, I would say. There's a lot of news or rumors going around that it's Vince Russo's fault because Dixie Carter apparently lied to Spike TV about him not working there when he was apparently working there. I'm not sure for how long, but he has been working for TNA for quite some time. Do you have anything you would like to input on this, Dave?
Yeah, from what I heard, it was like he was working on the announcing team, and from an undisclosed location, he was working through TNA somehow.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't know. I mean, it seems like the guy who leaked it out kind of wasn't supposed to.
Well, I was watching a video before I came on today, or before we came on today, and I'll give him credit. It was the PWR show, and his name is David Hero. And I also heard something about this, but he pretty much confirmed it, that Vince Russo is not the main reason why TNA is apparently going to get canceled. The real reason why TNA is going to get canceled is because Spike TV wanted to buy a share of TNA Wrestling, sort of like how they did with Bellator.
Yeah.
And so they can promote all across the board on every channel and everything like that. But Mr. Dixie Carter didn't want to do that. Also, this isn't news to everyone who's a TNA fan. TNA was in the negotiations of being sold. But the one person who didn't want to do it was Dixie Carter. So,
yeah, because then Spike
in my
TV
opinion, the reason that TNA... Yeah, and I think the real reason why TNA is going to fail is because of Dixie Carter. You can't blame anyone but the person who's mainly in charge of everything, whose ego is the size of Texas, and just won't give up and just won't admit when she is wrong.
Yeah, if she truly cared about the company and wanted to succeed, she would say, yes, Spike TV, come on in, because that would guarantee them never to get canceled almost.
Yeah, and they're not asking for a 50% share. They're asking for just anything. And TNA doesn't, or Dixie doesn't want to budge and do it. I just don't
And they
understand.
could do a better job on promoting TNA.
Well, that's why they want to share. If they do that, they're gonna do a way, way, way better job. I don't understand why you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, well, they still should be doing a better job than what they do.
Well, I mean, there's so much you can do.
They can run. I've never seen a commercial. Only time I've ever seen it, I don't watch Spike TV that much, can say honestly, but I've never seen any kind of ads during the day. That half an hour I'm watching half the time, I barely see it on there.
Well, they always have it in a little corner on the TV screen. I know that when you have it on the channel. They'll always say like Impact tonight. They'll run it all day. So I mean, it's not like they're not
Do it
promoting
more
it.
than that.
I'm sorry. I know
You
you
should do
can
it.
do more than that. I understand what you're saying, but
Yeah,
like you said, you don't watch Spike TV all the time, so you don't know for
I don't.
100% sure
No, I don't know 100%. No.
if they don't know if they don't run a commercial or two throughout the day. But just having that on the TV screen is kind of promoting him and might entice a fan to check it out. But I'm not trying to defend Spike TV at all because I don't. I mean, I don't want TNA canceled. And
I think it would be a great idea, and kind of like what Ted Turner did with WCW/NWA when he purchased Jimmy Crockett Promotions and turned it into WCW and put air on TNT and TBS.
yeah, but like they were saying, it's gonna be hard, honestly, for TNA to find another a network. They don't. I mean, yes, they draw in revenue with their TV, but they don't draw enough.
Yeah, they would
And
need close to like $8 or $9 million. Someone to pay them for a TV contract, like $8 or $9 million, and they'll probably take way below that if they got a deal.
yeah, because if you guys don't remember, WWE was also taken off of Spike TV,
Mm-hmm.
and when they went to USA, they didn't even get as much money as they wanted. They actually took. I mean, they got a good amount of money. I'm not gonna say they got shit, but they didn't get what they wanted. So just imagine
A lot more too.
what TNA, a company that only averages about 1 million views a week, if that sometimes on a Thursday night, a lot of networks aren't going to pay a lot of money for that.
On a bad night, WE does probably like a 1.7. That's on a bad night.
I haven't seen them get that low.
I know, but I'm saying on a bad night. Maybe not that low, but I'm just saying TNA doesn't even come close to their bad.
Yeah, TNA averages between like 900,000 to 1 million views a week. It's not very good,
I mean, yes.
You can probably say, yeah, Hogan may have brought some views. Yeah, he may have. I'm sure Sting did too. I'm sure AJ Styles did. A lot of these guys that were with TNA for quite some time are leaving, or they're gone, or they're going on to greener pastures, or TNA just did not want to resign him, like Saban. And I mean, I can name more, but it seems like they kind of effed up. They kind of screwed themselves.
Yeah, I mean, and what they draw weekly on Spike, any other network that, like an Ion or a WGN or even Fox Sports, who are all struggling networks, those would be huge numbers for them to pull in a week.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's other networks out there that would more than likely probably sign them to some type of deal. Not no huge money like they want.
Like, I mean, where are they gonna go to? Like MTV, TNN. Try to go back to TNN or whatever. Go to. I mean, there's not very many networks in my, or like you can go to the CW network or something like that. And we lost Dave again. He's just not getting a great connection. today. We had trouble trying to get on earlier today before the video started. I'll send him another invite so you can get back. But like we were saying, it's not all Vince Russo's fault. I'm sure maybe Vince Russo had 5% of the reason why of their frustration with TNA, but it's just mostly it's Dixie Carter and the people who work for her and whatever have you. It's just it seems like she doesn't want to budge. I was reading that Spike TV wants them to get edgier, and they seem like they don't want to budge on that. They seem to be more of a PG show. If you haven't noticed, I mean, if you go back and look back, probably when Hogan, not Hogan, I would say about 4 months ago, compared to now, it's gotten down in content, like edgier content. You know, with the Shaw storyline and all that, that kind of budged after he lost that match or went to the insane asylum or whatever have you. It just seems like they've kind of gone down a little bit with his character. It's just I've noticed some of the changes that I read, and I can't, you know, it may not be all Dixie. It could be a numerous amount of things and why TNA is probably going to go down, and it's sad. And I really hope they do get signed because there's a lot of guys in that company that deserve to be wrestling or deserve to be on TV. I just don't understand why. Hey, then Dave's back. I was talking about Dixie Carter mainly.
Now, what did you say about WCW before I got cut off?
About what? I'm sorry?
WCW?
Oh gosh, I can't remember. Can you kind of remind me what I was saying?
It was just something about the TV deals or whatever.
Oh, I was saying about my network, the CW. Maybe they can try to go to like a...
Yeah, I mean, and My Network TV was another one that SmackDown was on, but they had trouble because they competed with NBC, so that was another hard thing to do with that.
Yeah, if they do that, they're going to be in trouble too. And
yeah, because My Network TV isn't going to pay them crap.
You know, maybe they need to go on a different time slot. Maybe
8 to 10 again, maybe. Or maybe they get reduced to like an hour show again and only have special shows be 2 hours.
Yeah, maybe they need to do something because they're in trouble. And Spike TV may not have announced that they're canceled yet, so they can maybe help TNA maybe try to find a new network or something. But
the best option is for TNA to let Spike TV be part ownership, because that would almost guarantee you to never be canceled. You're owned by the network you're broadcast on.
Well, you're owned by the network you're broadcasted on. Then also, you'll get advertised a lot more. You can probably be a little bit more edgier on content because, like I read a story where they said that TNA has gone down in content, like they've become more PG, and when they were going a lot more edgier, like when what's his name, Kennedy had the assholes, and you know, in the Samuel Shaw storyline, and it seems like I heard that they said Spike TV said even after the 10 o'clock hour, you can say the F word, we'll just, you know, beep it out. And it just says that Dixie Carter just doesn't want to do that. It just seems like she's just being very, very hard-headed.
It just seems like Dixie Carter just is using this as her little playground, or whatever you want to call it, where she can do whatever she wants with her little company.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, and to mention one more thing, even with all these talks about TNA possibly being canceled and all this stuff, they went down in their ratings this week. Last week they had a better rating than they had this week. So it's got to tell you a little bit something, especially when you have the Hardy Boys versus the Wolves and you have a world title match.
When you put these shows like let's see, what was it, like almost 2 or 3 months out? A lot of fans or people who don't even follow TNA that much, they'll just read the spoilers and I know what happened and don't even want to watch it because you already know what happened.
Yeah, and apparently they're gonna have a hardcore justice, something, and on the 5th of August. On the 5th of August in New York, so I'm sure they're gonna air this like in 3 weeks or something. I think that's when we're gonna see the triple threat tag match between the Hardys, the Dudleys, and the Wolves. I mean, I don't get why they have to have these tapings so damn far in advance. I mean, I guess if money's a situation, okay, I get you.
That's why they're doing it so far out. Yeah.
Explain to us why you can't have a show live every week. That we got to get these shows so far ahead in time.
Or even go back like they were doing, but maybe they've lost so much money they can't. Where they're doing live one week, tape the next.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, I don't like that. This is just my little pet peeve, and I could be the only one that doesn't like this, but I absolutely hate when wrestlers that are in the match tweet during the match that they're in, or if they're gonna be on coming up next, they tweet about it. And I know WWE does it too, but at least you know that they're live, except for on SmackDown. But I think even on SmackDown, they admit that it's taped.
Yeah, well, I was going to say we can't just confine that to TNA because I've seen Dolph Ziggler tweeting while he's wrestling in a match. I was like, really?
Yeah, and I mean, that bothers me. I don't like that. It makes it seem like it's taped. One thing
I hated that the man they call Meathead from PWR show used to point out a few times that there'll be a match going on. The guy's wrestling in the ring. He's tweeting that he's at the movies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's just getting really big.
I don't like that. That's just a pet peeve of mine. I don't like. I mean, WWE and TNA guys both do it. They promote. Check out this or check out that. I don't like that. It just makes it seem like they're desperate. And I mean, maybe they are, but I mean, geez.
A lot though. They're promoting on Twitter.
I'm sorry?
TNA's they do it a lot though, I know, throughout the week when they promote the crap out of Impact on Twitter.
Yeah, and then they're gonna be talking about this It Happened stuff all week. They love to tweet during Raw. That's what TNA loves to do. I've noticed that they do a lot of that. And just come on, TNA, be original. Do something different. Start going live every week.
On there. I would have more respect for TNA if they put a commercial of Impact during Raw. I think that'd be so genius but they never would do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be so smart.
But oh well, I guess TNA. If you're a TNA fan, watch it as much as you can the next couple of months and pray that they either get picked up by another network or somehow Dixie Carter gets her head out of her ass and gives Spike some kind of deal to where they're partial owners, maybe 20, 10%, 5%, whatever have you, whatever they want, or just Spike resigns him. So.
Unless they want the whole thing.
I'm sorry?
I said unless they want the whole thing.
I don't think they want the whole thing. They just want a little bit of a share of it. So, we'll see what happens. But with other wrestling news, this week was kind of a slow week. There was layoffs in the WWE, but it was more in the NXT roster. I cannot remember who got released. I'm sorry. But there was 5 wrestlers that did get released.
I know Ricardo Rodriguez was.
Yes, Ricardo Rodriguez asked for his release because he misses wrestling, so he wants to become back into the wrestling business. So I don't see his future being anywhere else but Mexico, most likely. Maybe TNA, I don't know. Um,
Well, I did see where Adam Pearce is coming back to Ring of Honor.
well, that's nice.
Yeah. So I mean, and we know the WE Network subscribers list came out where they weren't that great, but with August 12th being released internationally, that could even help them reach the million buys before the end of the year.
The only thing I worry about this whole international stuff is the pay-per-view streams. I just hope they don't mess up on that. Like it starts lagging more or whatever. And so possibly be more people watching.
Too many
But,
people.
yeah, but I guess we got to just see and find out on that one.
Well, they did say that they used the same type of send their signal to the network, the same type that satellite companies, I think, or no, it was the Bloomberg thing they used to send their signals out. So It's a really, they pay a lot of money for the signal. Hopefully it doesn't. I haven't had no trouble with the lagging except for that one night with the NXT show, and that was it. The first show they did on there. That was the only time I've had a problem with it on the network. The first week.
Pretty good, pretty good. I noticed on my Xbox One where I watch it, I barely get any lag. Maybe once, if that.
I use a Roku device to watch this. I don't know if it's because it made it work better because it's an actual streaming device or what. But my PlayStation sometimes it'll lag some.
But yeah, that's about it. Pretty much for this episode. It was really mainly TNA heavy. Like I said, we were probably going to be on our Thursday show and on our Monday Night Raw review. That it's going to probably be a heavy TNA show. WWE, not too much news other than the layoffs. That they pretty much are getting rid of the WWE magazine. That they pretty much they fired pretty much the whole staff, and that they're going to get rid of that. So
I mean, everything's going digital anyway.
So rest in peace, WWE Magazine. I used to get that when I was little. I will not lie. A lot of their magazines. But yeah, that's not very much wrestling news. Monday Night Raw will be back with another review on August the 5th. I'm sorry, August the 4th. I'm sorry, tomorrow night. I do not believe that Cena is going to be on this show. I think he won't be on this show. So maybe we see Brock. Probably not. Probably no Brock this Monday, but you never know.
Next week we'll probably have both of them, I would assume.
Yeah, the closer we get to SummerSlam, the closer.
Yeah, that'll be next Monday. I believe will be the 11th.
And the closer we get to probably a contract signing, I would imagine.
Which is a big joke.
Yeah, we'll see someone go through the table, that's for sure. But, yeah. Any last questions or things you would like to say, Dave, before we sign off here on our Wrestling Talk Sunday episode number 4? Okay, go ahead.
I was saying before I say follow and subscribe, I know on SmackDown we did get some SummerSlam matches added to the pay-per-view.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and lighten us on that.
I know it wasn't confirmed, but I know it said Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. But I think it's going to turn into a triple threat match.
Okay.
Yeah, because Del Rio won, but I think the tag titles are supposed to be on the line, but I think Cody Rhodes and Goldust, not for sure, are going to end up on the pay-per-view getting a title shot somehow. Because these little segments he keeps doing like that, I think that's going to end up culminating at SummerSlam.
Yeah, with the stars and stuff, and being in LA and all that, I guess I can see where you're going with that. But yeah, we're probably gonna see Ambrose and Rollins.
Yeah.
It hasn't been announced yet. Tag titles. I'm hoping the Miz and Ziggler match is singles. Even though Del Rio won, I think it was still to set up a singles match between the two guys.
Unless they had a match on Raw tomorrow night to determine the number one contender or on main event.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good idea. But
if it's a triple threat, They could do it where the Miz wins, where he sneaks in, he steals the victory from Ziggler again.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it can go anyway. I mean, SummerSlam's a couple of weeks away. It's going to be a pretty good pay-per-view, in my opinion. Looking forward to it very much. And yeah, that's all we can pretty much say about today. We will be back tomorrow night with the Monday Night Raw review, 100% for sure. And then we'll be back again Thursday night with the Thursday Night Impact review, giving our thoughts about what happened on Thursday night's Impact. And then we'll be back again with the Wrestling Talk Sunday episode numero 5. So
do you know anything about tonight or no?
Oh, I forgot. I'm not sure yet on tonight. I might be able to do it. Do a review on the SummerSlam. Which one was it? 2000?
No, 98.
98. Goodness gracious, I was way off. The 98 SummerSlam. Dave and I were, well, Dave's idea of maybe doing a pay-per-view review tonight. I could see if I have it in my plans. I'm not 100% sure yet, but just in case, look, if we would be doing it, look for it around 11:30 Eastern, because I know it's a 3-hour pay-per-view, so maybe around the 11:30 Eastern time. So just come on our channel, and we may be doing a live pay-per-view review of a throwback. So
predictions.
Yeah, predictions. Undertaker wins. I don't know. Just give us your thoughts and comments down below, and if you can, subscribe. We would really appreciate it. We appreciate the views.
Yeah, the TNA.
Yes, our last 2 videos did very well. We don't have very many subscribers, so when we hit over 50 views, we're excited because that means, almost double or triple the guys. People are watching our videos, so we really do appreciate that. We only have like 20-something or 30 subscribers, and then we get 100 and something views on a video. That's an accomplishment in my eyes. So we do really appreciate people sitting there and watching our 30, maybe 45 or an hour video every time we post one. So we really do appreciate it. I'll be posting our Twitter accounts down below. We'll be back tomorrow night for another Monday Night Raw review. And Dave, do you have anything you'd like to say before we sign off?
We will see you next Sunday. Hopefully around this time or earlier.
Yep, that's for sure. We'll be around this time or earlier. A little earlier. We just had some technical issues earlier, just trying to connect. So we would have been on probably around the same usual time, but we just couldn't. Dave couldn't connect properly, and then finally he was able to get a good spot, and then we started. So we appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back Monday night, and if you have any comments or questions, just leave them down below. Thanks again.